Agents, this is Luis Moreno with Insurance Agent Training. Guys, NPN Overrides. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to explain it. But ultimately, what's happening with NPN Overrides when we're dealing with ACA policies pretty much is gone. So if you have a team of agents, you have got to know that you've got a big problem, as well as I do. We've got a problem with this NPN override. I'm going to tell you what the problem is, and I'm going to tell you what you have to do to overcome this problem. All right, well, before I do that, do me a favor. Like this video. I know it's all bad news, but still, more agents can get it so they don't get caught with their pants down when open enrollment starts. And then if you would put any comments down below, I do respond. And then finally, if you would subscribe to my channel, I would definitely appreciate that. All right, so let's look at the email that I received from Ambetter. And then what I will do is I'll explain what the NPN override is. Okay, so here is the letter that we got from Ambetter. And Ambetter is telling us that their policy is they are eliminating the NPN override. Okay, so what does it mean? So guys, what it means, let me move this to a different screen so my eyes aren't over there. Okay, so what it means, many state entities have recently announced or will soon announce the disallowance of the NPN override to align with those state requirements and ensure consistent compliance across their footprint. What's happening is effective October the 15th, 2025. Ambetter Health will prohibit the use of the NPN override across all states, regardless of what the rules are. Okay, regardless of whether CMS says that NPN overrides can be used or can't be used, regardless of what the state says if you're in a state-based exchange, or if you're using this direct enrollment platform, which I think pretty much that might be gone, I think. All right, so here is what's happening. So a couple of things. All applications must be submitted by the agent who negotiates, sells, and solicits the policy to the consumer. In other words, well, I'll explain the other words here in a minute. Those agents or that person doing this has to be licensed and appointed, which means now they have to have their own individual E&O. Okay, preemption of external guidance. This policy supersedes CMS, state, or any other platform. And here's the bad thing. This is the enforcement issue. Failure to comply may result in immediate termination of the agent and or agency. Ugh, man. All right, so what does this really mean? All right, so here's the way we've been operating in the past. So I've got a team of agents, and we'll just call one of my guys Ivan. It is Ivan, okay? So Ivan is a licensed agent. He's got his life and health and his P&C. And he was certified to sell, or he did his ACA certification. So the way we've been operating since ACA started is as long as he was licensed and certified, what he could do is he could get his own login into Health Sherpa underneath me because I send him a join code, okay? And he could talk to the client. He could quote the client on Health Sherpa. He could issue the policy on Health Sherpa. Okay, then what he would do is that after submitting the policy, you had the option of forcing him to use the agency My NPN, or I gave him the option to use another person's NPN, which was my wife, because we're licensed in other states. So he would select the NPN. So he was the soliciting agent, but we were the agent of record. So he would choose, and then he would get paid. So this NPN override that we're talking about only affects agency employees. It does not affect downlines, because those downlines, those agents are writing their own business, and they're the agent of record. So don't get confused with that. This is your agency employees. All right. So they're not going to, at least with Ambetter, they're not going to be allowed. And from what I'm hearing out there, is other carriers already going to jump on this bandwagon. And what's going to happen is, nobody's going to accept NPN overrides. And also, you might as well set yourself up the right way, and there's still time. Okay, there's not a lot of time, but there's still time. So here is, now that you know what the new requirements are of what's required of agencies, this is what your employee agent needs to do. Number one, of course, they're already licensed. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is this: you have to get them appointed with the carriers. All right, now, in order to get appointed with the carriers, they have to have E&O. So, and I did try this, guys. I'm like, I have E&O for my entire agency. Let him use my E&O. It will not work, because unless their name is on the E&O, the carrier will not accept it. So my E&O has my agency name and it has my name. So unless the carrier is willing to add him as a name insured, then you cannot use your certificate of insurance, your E&O, for that agent's requirement to get contracted. So they're going to have to go out there and get contracted. There's a couple of vendors out there. The one that I send a lot of agents to is NAPAbenefits.org. You can go out there. There's Cowsurance. I'm sure there's plenty of them. You can shop it around. But NAPAbenefits.org, you can do it here in about 10 minutes. As you watch this video, you can do it, and you'll have a certificate of insurance in 10 minutes ready to go, so you can do that carrier appointment. All right. So now those are the requirements of the agent. Now, what you're going to have to do is you want to make sure that your agents are getting contracted with the same carrier or the same upline that you're contracted with. And then you want to make sure that you're assigning their commissions to you. Okay? Think about this. So they write a piece of business. They're the solicitor. They're the agent of record, because they can't select another NPN override to get the commissions or be the agent of record. But when the commissions are going to get paid out, they need to get paid out to the agency, because that agency employee is either getting a salary or however you're paying them. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'll do it one more time. So make sure that they have the requirements, that they're licensed. Make sure they're certified. Okay, make sure they have E&O. I did forget about the certification. Make sure they have their own E&O, and then get them carrier contracts with all the same carriers that you have. That way, they write a piece of business, they're the agent of record. What you're going to do with your upline is you're going to tell them, I need a solicitor contract for my agent employees. That way, the commissions will get assigned to you. It's very similar to an LOA agent. An LOA agent, they write the piece of business on the Medicare side, but the commissions are assigned to the agent, agency maybe. Same scenario here. Okay. So guys, don't waste time. It is important that you get this done, because here's the deal. We're getting so close to OEP. It's November the 1st. It's September the 25th right now. So we got a week and 1 month. You'll probably get all this done. If you do this immediately, you'll probably get all this done here pretty quick. Okay. So, man, again, typically I'm the bearer of bad news. But I got this email, 9/24. I got this email yesterday. Now, I will tell you, here's a problem that I identified. There's a couple of regional carriers that don't offer solicitor contracts. What the heck am I going to do there? So if he writes a policy with one of these regionals and I can't get a solicitor contract for them, then my employee is going to get the commissions. What are they going to do? Cut me a check? Do the split or however you're paying? I don't know how I'm going to handle that yet. So there is, I think the creation of this wasn't well thought of. And because there's carriers out there that don't offer solicitor contracts. It's going to be a problem. So, yeah, there we go, guys. Wish I had a better solution. All right, comment down below. Hit me with any questions. And finally, guys, let's do this. Okay, down below, I have a bunch of stuff that I have for you guys. I have a newsletter. Okay, keep forgetting about a newsletter. I put all these hot notes in the newsletter, and then I forget to tell agents about it. So if you want, and I try to send it out every week with the latest news. So if you want my newsletter, go down below and grab it. Okay, and then I also give you some free resources. Anything I can think of that will help you, I stick it in there. Okay. I have my smart books, guys, for ACA and Medicare. I'm going to update them here in the next week or two. Okay. They're like manuals. Okay. So they're about $100 a piece, or get both of them for $149. Okay. And it's just a one time, and I renew them. I redo them every year. And then I get to send you an email, and you just get the new copy. Okay. It's an insurance manual, and it's in the PDF format. Okay. I also did it in color. So if you want to print it and have it in a 3-ring binder, even nicer. Okay. Also, if you do not have a CRM, oh my God, guys, I don't know how agents operate without a CRM. It's like a carpenter not having a hammer. He could still nail a nail, but man, life would be so much easier with that hammer. Our hammer as insurance agents is a CRM. It's a communication tool. Okay, I use Agent CRM, and I am an affiliate, which means I make a little something, but it doesn't cost you a penny. And because you use my link, guys, not only do you get everything that they have, but you get my stuff. I create workflows for ACA, which are automations. These are like jobs that it will do for you. It'll send emails, text messages. It'll send internal notifications to your employees to do stuff. A lot of cool features, and there's a lot of things that it does. So I created these automations for ACA, Medicare, dental and vision, life insurance, auto and home, and commercial. So if you're interested in getting a CRM, I have my link down below. Take advantage of it, guys. You got to have one. And here's what I'm also going to be doing. I'm creating a 30-day crash course. Well, I'm going to get one tip a day, short, sweet, going to give you the information on all of the stuff that is happening with Agent CRM. Okay. All right. Next thing is if you guys are wondering, this is awesome. I know a lot about ACA, but I don't know where to go get clients. I have a lead problem. Well, I will tell you, I highly recommend that you don't buy leads. They're usually crap, and these guys are putting stuff out there on social media. That's how they're capturing leads. But the thing is they're selling these leads to a bunch of agents. Not a good thing. Okay. The better thing is you run your own ads on social media and get your own leads that you own. They're exclusively yours, but it takes a little bit of work. Now, I partnered up with Shauna. She's got Click to Close. It is a course that teaches you how to do exactly what I just said, how to advertise on Facebook and on Instagram. And you can advertise anything, because once you know how to do it, the ad is whatever you want to make it. You can run ads for ACA. You can run ads for Medicare, life, mortgage protection, final expense, auto, home, you name it. The process is the same. The only thing that changes is the ad copy. So she teaches you a lot about she teaches you everything you need to know about that. And then I jump in there and I show you how to connect those leads to the CRM so that now they're getting warmed up and ready for you to get a hold of them, all in a compliant way. So if you're interested in her course, not cheap, but it's definitely, compared to the ones I've seen out there, not anywhere near as expensive as those. But it's an investment that you've got to make. Way, way better than buying leads out there. All that information is down below. Guys, thank you. I mean, yes, I come with you bad news, and I'm sorry about that, but these are things that you guys need to know. So don't forget, make sure you like the video. Doesn't mean you like the news on the video, just like the video. And then if you would, comment down below. I'll respond. And finally, if you would do me the favor, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button. I think it goes automatically to the bell where you get all my notifications. And every time I do a video, you will be notified. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it.